And this is the leveraged opportunity. This is what I want to kind of talk to you guys. I want you guys to have an aha moment tonight of the culture that we're building, the marketing, the how to, what we're going to go out there and do, right? And then the comp and those marrying themselves together, because that's what creates, I think, a golden opportunity, right? Is when you marry those things together. And I think that's where we really nailed it at iHub. And you guys are going to begin to see that, I think. And this is what we call the six-pack strategy, okay? And this is what we did. This is a six-pack strategy that we built out in my little hometown of Vero Beach. There's actually one more unit connecting there, but the six that we're talking about are in this hub right here. Okay, this is Vero Beach, Florida. You guys can go check it out on the Helium Explorer and just look at it yourself. But this is today. This is just from today, okay? And this is pretty typical every single day. Not that we're now our good buddy Byron, he hit another home run in our middle of our network down there in Jupiter, because we're doing the same thing in Jupiter. But the model in Vero is even tighter the way we're working. We got to give our hats off to Dave Decker and his team are putting this together, but they're doing a great job. But you can see the earnings. These are daily earnings based on the exchange rate or whatever it was at the point, maybe $15, $16, whatever HNT is right now. So you can see very, very lucrative. And that's why it baffles me that these units are not getting plugged in. It really does baffle me. So we want to work on it, because there's still a lot of units out there that have not been lit up right in the iHub community. Here's the numbers, okay? And this is the case study we want to show you guys. This is the duck, the copperhead, the gibbon, the scorpion, the tarantula, and the puma. Okay, now the puma just put online, but the puma got dropped right in the middle of everything. The puma is probably going to be our number one unit. So you can see what they've done in the past 30 days. I mean, gosh, I'd take that 500 times over, right? It's incredible, right? But then you can see the trend upwards, and we actually tracked. I didn't get all the data for tonight, but we actually tracked when we put the antennas on. We got as high as we could on these units to maximize the units. And most of them are homes, offices. It's nothing crazy. It's not. We don't have anything on the top of a huge building or anything like that. This is just basic stuff that we all can do out there, is build the strategy. And wherever you live, now the low-hanging fruit right now, yes, it's the big cities, right? But with our strategy with iHub, we feel like the future and in the long run for this is small town America, it's small cities, right? It's doing this strategy because nobody's targeting that. We're targeting that. Now we're going to take advantage of the low-hanging fruit too. We put one in Toronto a couple of weeks ago, and it's already done like 300 HNT. We're taking advantage of that as well. If you have a great address in any of those areas, go on helium.place, type it in, drop your first units there, maximize the helium, especially why these units are they're unavailable, right? We all know that. We're all fighting. We're very fortunate to have what we have, but they're unavailable. So we want to maximize the HNT. But this is the strategy long-term that we're putting in place for all of us, for the entire iHub community, and expanding it from there, even to the point of funding, where somebody might want to do this strategy, but they don't have the funds to do it. We're lining up funding for that as well. So Q4, we're going to be on a whole different level. And we'll talk a little bit more about it. But look at these numbers, guys. This is what it's going to do next month. Very conservative too. 1,800 HNT next month. And it's more likely, I think it'll probably hit 2,000. That's that's $29,000, $30,000 at the exchange rate today, like $16. 30. That's incredible, right? Absolutely incredible. And you can look at it annually. I mean, it's off the chain, right? And this is this is a six-pack. In the middle of nowhere, there was no units here, right? We just strategized and placed them correctly. We got as high as we can. We put antennas on. They don't actually all have antennas on them here. There's still one that doesn't have antennas. It was our top earning unit, which is interesting that now it's our lowest earning unit, the only one without an antenna. So we're going to get you guys more information. We're actually meeting with some suppliers tomorrow and trying to put together the antennas, the cords, everything that you guys need for indoor units, outdoor units, all the things that you guys need, okay? So I want you guys to think about this. If you really understand the compensation plan, okay, if you're starting to get it, you're starting to understand the marketing, how it works in the comp, the roll up of 5. Now think about that 6-pack for a second. Think about the 6-pack strategy and what it's driving in the compensation plan. If everybody had a 6-pack strategy, maybe some people need to get funding. Maybe people are going to go to their leaders and they're going to be hosting units, but it doesn't matter. A 6-pack strategy is building out that little hub, and it could be 8, it could be 10. We're just using 6-packs, right? Because we figured it out. We can do it at that. at that number. That's six units is all you need to maximize what we just did there. Could it even get better? Well, the next phase is we're adding three more units and then three more units, and we'll bring that data to you too, so you can expand. Because the six-pack strategy is you're just going to take it further out, and you have more people, more leverage, more people. And think about that. That's where people in your community. My good friend Dave Decker. I mean, Dave placed most of these units because he knows everybody in the community, right? We had to go and look. We looked at maps. We did some work. We strategized with the team here, and we started placing these units, right? And so that's what we want to do, is expand it. But just really think about the comp plan for a second. And hopefully some of you guys are getting an aha moment of the six-pack strategy marrying the comp plan, and why that roll up. The roll up is the key thing to the dynamic of the whole thing. And that's why I said that 20% code is the magic. If you want, and the numbers, I won't even share the numbers with you. I started putting numbers in here I won't even do it. Chuck, I don't want you doing it either. Okay. Stay away from the numbers. They're just too incredible, but they're absolutely mind blowing. They're mind blowing, and they're mind blowing with a fraction of the case study that I just showed you. And so this can be done. You guys, everyone on this call can do this, will do this, and start to duplicate this. And we're building all the tools that we need to do it. So guys, that's really what I wanted to share tonight, was that real high level, real quick overview of the comp plan, but also that strategy and what we're doing to put it all together. Because when we get all these pieces in place, you guys are in the software, you guys are starting to understand, and even funding in place. If somebody doesn't have that money, we're going to bring these funders. We're lining them up already to come alongside you. It's not that hard to do because there's so much revenue in this thing. So I'm happy about it. Before I turn it over to Chuck, I want to mention this one more time. We're passionate about iHub. Culture is everything to us. And this is something that I've been passionate about. I was a missionary for 10 years overseas, and we founded Viva Kids in 2007. And we've been serving kids in the Dominican and around the world. We've taken over 1,000 people down there on short-term mission trips. We call them vacations with a purpose. We have a lot of fun. We stay at some great places. We go meet the kids. And when this whole COVID thing releases, we're going to do that again. So we're excited to make a difference in the world. So Chuck, I'll be jumping back in, but I'll turn it back to you.